That's out of here!
Catch and fire. It's on the... He made it! Oh my...
And welcome back to another drifty day in Huntington, Indiana. It's Crossroads League basketball action in Platt Arena tonight as we get to enjoy a matchup between the Huntington University Foresters and the Bethel University Pilots. Huntington comes into this matchup off of a series of crucial victories against some of the toughest opponents on their schedule. Currently on a 3-win streak, they entered this game with an overall record of 17-6 and a conference record of 9-4. Last time out, they were able to pick up a victory in a tough double overtime battle against IWU. And Bethel comes into this one at 15-8 with a conference record of 6-7. Last time out, they just barely lost to one of the toughest teams in the entire country, number 6, St. Francis. They were able to take St. Francis to overtime beyond all expectations, but they just couldn't quite execute the win. But again, it's time to zoom in on tonight's matchup. Preston, will you tell us about Bethel's player to watch?
Yeah, Bethel's player to watch here today, Jasmine Smith. She has had a phenomenal season, averaging 12.1 points per contest, one of the best rebounders in the entire conference at 8.9 per game. She's actually a transfer from Kankakee, which is a community college. As a freshman, she averaged 15.7, 7 rebounds per game. As a sophomore, 15th in offensive rebounds in the entire country. 23 games, 4 starts last year. This year, though, she knows her role, and that role is rebounding and scoring the basketball for this team. 29 points versus Taylor last Saturday. She is playing her best basketball. She's battled some injuries this year, but she is going to be a great matchup against some really good Huntington bigs as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You bring up really good Huntington bigs, and the first person that comes to mind is Liv Raby, our player to watch for Huntington. And Liv Raby has been absolutely balling out lately. In the last 3 games, she's averaging 25 points, 8 boards, 2 blocks, 2 assists, and 2.5 steals. She's been on a complete tear through the Crossroads League like a rabid squirrel, just chopping up all the nearby teams like a bunch of trees. And last time out, after a bit of a rough first half, she ended up locking it in, stepping up with 23 points, 8 for 13 from the field, 6 for 6 from the line, 8 boards and 2 assists. And as of last game, she just squeaks into the top 10 in points per game in the Crossroads League. She's 7th in blocks per game, so we'll really see if she can keep up this performance tonight. She's just been on an absolute tear, but now we're going to look at the standings for the Crossroads League because this is a very important game. So have all of them. I'd love for you to break down what's going on here.
Yeah, Marion and St. Francis tied at the top right now. St. Francis actually holds the tiebreaker. Huntington is a game in the standings behind Spring Arbor, but it's really 3 because Spring Arbor is 2-0 against the Foresters. Wesleyan right on HU's tail, but HU has 2-game tiebreaker over her, and then Taylor and Bethel battling it out for the 6 and 7 spot in the league. And they've got Grace, Mount Vernon, and Goshen. This is a massive game for the Foresters as far as hosting in the Crossroads League tournament. They want to keep the momentum going, but also you keep looking at another quad 1 win against Bethel today. You start moving towards potentially hosting in the national tournament as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great opportunity for every team, but we're going to take a short break to listen to the national anthem and a prayer from some of our leaders on campus here. We'll be right back on FDN Sports with some basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not standing on this.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
My name's Bob Cayley. I'm a real estate broker with RE/MAX Results in Indiana. I love helping people buy and sell real estate. And I have a buyer's guide and a seller's guide to help people with the process. I'm also a longtime supporter of Huntington University Baseball. I love supporting them and rooting them on to victory. If you have any questions about buying or selling, you can contact me at 260-519-1724.
Hey, my name is Mark Flickinger. I'm with Jostens. I've been with this company for 25 years. Jostens has been around for 125 years. We champion culture. We create experiences that champion belonging, achievement, and pride. In the 1920s, Otto Jostens, a jewelry repairman, tried something new. He started making rings to commemorate local students' most important achievement, high school graduation, and a cultural icon was born. Be sure to visit jostens.com for all your student recognition needs.
I've been interested in animation since I was really young. Animated movies have always been my favorite.
Heard about it from my dad. He had saw that they're having an animation camp. I told him that I want to go.
So my photography made me interested in working with cameras, and that's what I want to do.
It was a camp that had so much to offer, like everything I was interested in, it was being taught here and stuff.
The knowledge of animation, how it works, and getting better at it so I can pursue my future career.
And I've always just kind of been interested in this for so long, it was like I couldn't really pass it up. And I have learned those things, like professional things, things that I would not be able to do at home.
Some of my favorite experiences were just getting out and talking to people with similar interests, people who are passionate with the same thing that you're passionate with.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Platt Arena. We just watched the hype video and we're introduced to the starting lineup for the Bethel University Pilots. I'll go ahead and name them off real quick. Number 4, Mariah Claywell. Number 5, Isabella Noe. Number 12, Isabel Scales. Number 15, Olivia Nickerson. And number 24, Jasmine Smith. And then for the Foresters, I'm sure we'll see a similar lineup as we always do. Kendra Sheets, Annika Nelson, Tegan Akers, Addie Shank, and Liv Raby. And this has just been a tear for the Foresters. They had an unfortunate loss, a big loss against Spring Arbor, which I was there for. But they've come off and they've shown that that wasn't them that night, and 3 games in a row against some really tough teams. And last time out was just a special one to watch. I was watching it in work, actually, and I was jumping up and down every single time that it came close to losing because the Foresters were right there every single time, and arguably the whole game was saved by an unreal layup from Kendall Yoakum right at the end.
Yeah, Huntington did a great job just fighting through adversity. I talked to Darby yesterday. I said, it felt like you guys could have won that game 6 times, but it also felt like you could have lost it 7. And all those different runs back and forth, it was remarkable to see Huntington stick with it. And she even said afterwards that is one of the most gritty performances she's ever seen. Yeah, if you want to see that video of her, check out our Instagram because we had a videographer there to capture that moment. So that was a good game, as now we're finally into some basketball action. It's Isabel Scales, finds Noe. She'll pull up. No good there. Fighting for the board. They grab it. Claywell puts up a close jumper, but no good, and Kendra Sheets comes the other way with it. Claywell is a good rebounding guard forward, right around 6 per contest. That's something Huntington will have to watch and take care of today on the defensive end. Couldn't agree more. Kendra Sheets is wrapped up here. No one's helping her, but finally they're able to get the ball away. And Raby at the top of the key. We've seen this
every now and then where they have her as sort of a playmaking big right there. Nelson drives off the right-hand side, running out of time. Pull-up jumper, it's blocked by Claywell. Great defense from Bethel there. They'll push it right back the other way. Noe drives, kicks out. It's Claywell again with it. I imagine we'll hear her name a lot tonight. Claywell spins, kicks it off to Noe. Working around the wing. The drive in for Nickerson, one of the best three-point shooters in the country. That one's blocked by Raby, but they grab the offensive board and put it back up.
Looked like it could have been an and one there for Jasmine Smith as well. A lot of arm by Shank on the backside, but that's what Smith does, kind of sits inside. She's shooting 65% from the field this year.
Yeah, leading the Crossroads League on a technicality. Technically, Lauren Merritt leads the league with 67%. The drive and a great fake, but it's still stopped by the defense. They'll push it the other way now. Noe Nickerson, long range, and almost hits it, but no good. It'll fall out of bounds.
Nickerson is really a knockdown three-point shooter. You talked about it before the game, Jaden. Twin Lakes leading scorer in high school and also the three-point record holder in makes in the state of Indiana. She has scored as many as 39 this year against Ave Maria. She can really get it done.
Yeah, definitely a volume scorer. As you mentioned, broke the record and holds it by 40 more than the previous record set in 2006. So definitely a premier shooter. Liv Raby pulls up for a rare one, but that one's no good. And Claywell grabs it again, or excuse me, that was Noe. Claywell with it now. Jasmine Smith, as you mentioned, one of the premier scorers, and a quick pull-up midi is no good. Noe fights for it, but it's able to be grabbed by, thought about it right there. Shank, she drives in, loses control, and Smith will grab it before it rolls out of bounds. Finally, a second between the action. Dumps it down low, puts it up, and it's good. Isabel Scales puts Bethel up by 4.
This Bethel team, is so good defensively. They actually forced Huntington to shoot right around 31% in the first meeting and beat Huntington up at their place in Mishawaka by 14. They can really get it done on that end.
Wow, Sheets, what a wonderful drive, and one finally puts Huntington on the scoreboard. Look at that quick first step, put it up with the contact, maybe even with a bit of a bump on the ball. So great take for Sheets, and as you mentioned, they're kind of already affecting them defensively, forcing them to take a full shot clock, which is pretty rare for this Huntington team, and they're able to get a bucket after about 3 minutes and the extra point for Kendra Sheets.
Man, Sheets has just been phenomenal. Her first year as a full-time starter, playing almost 37 minutes per game. She's not much of a scorer, but she can do that. We've seen that this year, and that's a good start for her in this one.
Yeah, can't agree more. The drive in is no good. The shot is off by Claywell. As you mentioned, Sheets 37 minutes per game. She leads the conference in minutes per game as that pass is picked off. Claywell, transition layup. It's blocked by Sheets, but it looks like they'll call a foul on it.
That was a good job by Sheets. This is what you want to do if a forward has the ball. Go down, try to get that ball, but clearly a lot of the left arm. By the way, we are having some issues with our scoreboard right now, just connecting with the live stats. So we will keep you updated on the score, and when we can, we'll get that graphic back on the screen for you.
Yeah, 100%. We've been experiencing a couple issues, but overall, production has been very great recently. Very happy to be a part of it. One of the best parts of my week when I get to come here on Saturday and call a Crossroads League basketball game as as both go out. Kendra Sheets has it now. Yoakum, first time in. She'll take a pop-up three. No good, though.
It's a great set by HU. That was what they were looking for. Just didn't get the result. We'll see if Kendall can start knocking those in with some more consistency. Huntington needs 21 to get going from deep.
There's a quick pull-up from Scales and gets a lucky bounce and has that one fall in.
Only a 20% three-point shooter on the year. So if those are going in for Bethel, they are feeling good because that is not what Scales does a whole lot of.
Yeah, one of the several players averaging around that 12-point mark on their squad, and definitely not a three-point shooter, but right there proving me wrong. Shank drives in off the bump, tries to kick it, but it's picked off. Noe pushes it forward. Nickerson with a cut. And Claywell picked up her dribble a little early. Smith may have gotten away with a travel there. She'll put it up, and it's stripped away by Liv Raby. Great defense from the big. It's Nelson. She's double teamed and a little caught up, hoping for a foul there. She'll just toss one up, but that one's no good.
Now we've let them see him be pretty physical here, but Bethel's defense, to their credit, is willing to play that way, making everything tough. 3 points in the first 5 minutes plus for Huntington's offense.
Yeah, that's very out of the average for the Foresters, as another drive from Claywell will end in another easy bucket. It's Sheets waiting for the play call from Darby. She'll push it up the floor. Normally they wait a little bit to get Kendall Yoakum in the game, but they wanted her in a little earlier as they've struggled to get a bucket. Sheets will drive in. Another tough layup off the right side. And won her second of the night in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's going to take us into the under 5 media timeout. Sheets has been the only offense for Huntington when she comes back, and we come back, a chance to make it the 6th point of the night for her and the Foresters.
Cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa's State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to Platt Arena. As my good friend Preston mentioned, Kendra Sheets has really been the only motivating factor for this Huntington team. She's got 5 with a chance to make it 6 in the first 5 minutes of play. It's been fast-paced for the Foresters, which is a bit out of the ordinary for them. They've taken several shots, and Nelson, normally a high-percentage shooter, has struggled a bit from the field.
Yeah, Nelson's 0 for 3, Raby's 0 for 1, and I think there was one other Forester that missed a shot as well. That was Kendall Yoakum. So Sheets is 2 for 2. The rest of the team is 0 for 5. And right now, Sheets isn't really the one you call on to score, but she has had a 20-point game this season, which was a new career high against Grace. I think she had 21 in that one. She plays so many minutes. She's first in the Crossroads League in assists, but when her name is called to score, it might be a situation where she has to do that today for the Foresters to win this game against a good Bethel defense.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. She has the capability to score, but on such a talented scoring machine of a team, she normally doesn't have to. They're passing it around now. Justice Williams with it. Finds Nickerson. She'll drive in, spin move, looking to get it back to Williams. She'll drive in, and it's ripped away by Akers. Great defense by the Foresters, and now they'll play it quick. Nelson thought about a pull-up, and eventually they'll slow it down and give it to Sheets. Akers back in. Nelson wide open in her spot. Pump fake, drives in. A circus layup finds its way to the bottom of the net.
People do not realize Annika Nelson is 6'1", and she plays like a guard. That length and that athleticism allows her to make those tough shots. She's one of the best tough shot makers in the entire league.
Yeah, sort of a, MPJ character, if you will, as the pull-up 3 for Justice Williams is no good. They'll fight for it on the ground. Kendra Sheets comes away with it. Akers in the corner, pull-up 3. No good. Bounces off the rim, and Scales comes down with the board.
It's where Sheets has just found that growth, finds the open shooter, scanning the floor. It's a good look. Huntington's just got to start knocking in some of those open looks as well, and they're right back in the game.
Yeah, down low it's Scales again. She'll put up a fadeaway. That one's no good, but a blocking foul is called.
Yeah, I think Sheets got the hands right in the back of the offensive player. You're going to see it right here in your living room. Yeah. You're not going to get away with that one too often.
No, tried to sneak that one by, but behind the back foul is now. They'll try and throw it in. Hannah Ruddle off the inbound play, puts up a shot, scales. They grab the board, and then another foul is called. This one a shooting foul.
Yeah, this is Laverne Gaskins who's come into the game, is making an impact right away on the offensive end by grabbing some rebounds. She doesn't play a ton. In fact, the last time against Huntington, 0 points, 2 rebounds. So already looking to have more of an impact today if she can get one of these 2 to go in. Something else, Jaden, Sheets already has 2 fouls, so that's something to watch for Huntington because she's their primary ball handler for this game against this Bethel defense.
Yeah, she had 50 minutes last time out, played every single minute on the clock in a double overtime game, so they really do need her in the game as the primary ball handler. So getting her in foul trouble early is detrimental to this Huntington squad. They'll call, I believe, an illegal screen there, and Bethel will get the ball.
Yep, looks like they said Liv maybe leaned into that one. I thought she was set, but that little extra shimmy to the right is something they really worked on calling and catching against the screener, and that time Liv was a guilty party.
Now it's Hannah Ruddle, played 6 years since 7th grade on the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. She was homeschooled, so I presume that was the team made for her. And now Kendra Sheets off of a steal. She'll run into the defender, and it looks like they'll call a foul on Olivia Nickerson.
Man, Sheets is in an aggressive mode today, getting downhill, and you can see when you let this Bethel team set up, they're really stern defensively, but if you get after them in transition, their backs still might be turned, and that's where Sheets has feasted so far in this first quarter.
Nelson dumps it down low to Raby. 3 pilots on her, and they somehow retain possession. Akers, great hustle. She's calling for help. Finally gets Nelson. Nelson throws it down low to Raby. They've guarded her well, and they'll smack the arm on the way up, and that'll be a foul.
And Coach Paulsgrove to our left asking for 3 seconds, and he might have a fair argument. It felt like Liv was in there for a while, but Liv, what she does and what she did there just to even get fouled, that deep positioning. She gets back there, she's strong, she holds her defender off, and then when she gets in there, it's been a bucket the last 3 games or free throws.
Yeah, last time out, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, as I mentioned in the pregame, so a normally very solid free throw shooter. She'll make that one, and some substitutions here. We'll see Lauren Merritt check in. And we were talking about Laverne Gaskins. She, the 6'1" freshman from Crestview High School, she was 4th in Ohio Division V basketball in blocks per game. So a premier shot blocker where she came from. She'll come here, and with a squad of already talented front court, we'll see how she can make an impact. The drive in and a fadeaway jumper from Mariah Claywell will find the net.
Yeah, that's her game right there. Back to the basket, use that footwork, use that length at that guard forward spot at 5'8", 5'9". She's a really talented scorer, one of the best players on this team. And right now, this is what Huntington did the last time against Bethel. They just got sped up. And that's what Coach Maggard said. We just got sped up. They just took us out of our offense. We couldn't get into anything. And then that hurt us on the defensive end as well because we're constantly playing defense. And it's kind of like in football. Your offense can't move the ball, so your defense is out there just getting tired, and that's what hurt Huntington up in Mishawaka the last time.
Yeah, we saw them have a similar outcome in the Grace game, and they were able to find a way to slow themselves down and come away with a big win on that one. The extension from Kendall Yoakum was able to deflect that one. They've only got 22 seconds left now on the clock, so bit of a reduction there. It's Ruddle. She'll kick to the corner. Claywell drives in, spins. Akers almost picked it off. They'll keep it, though, and in the corner, drives down. Hannah Ruddle blocked from behind by Kendall Yoakum, but Jasmine Smith is able to grab the board and put it back up for 2.
That's kind of an offensive rebound you can't do a whole lot about because it's a loose ball that falls right into the hands, but Huntington has given up a fair share of second opportunities. That has really hurt them in this first quarter.
Yeah, down by 6 already. They've got Sheets now on the right-hand side. She'll drive past the free throw line. Tries to get it down low, and does. Lauren Merritt with a quick, easy bucket.
So good at getting in the back of that fronting defender in the post, and when you can just throw it high enough to 6'4", and Kendall just threw it high enough to get deflected to her, she's so good at scoring inside.
Yeah, I mean, it was deflected, and for her, that was above her head. But for Lauren Merritt, that was right there. And Nelson with an unreal block sends it flying out of bounds.
Huntington's starting to double the post a little bit. When you got a shot blocker like Nelson and Raby and some of the other players out there, even Yoakum with all that length, you can do that. But still, those back cuts by Bethel are good, and that was great action offensively.
Yeah, Forsters have been playing good defense. They just really need to lock it in on offense. Claywell drives with the left hand, picks it up, dumps it down low, reverse layup. Hannah Ruddle right at the buzzer, and that will end out the first quarter. Great play from Bethel there to put themselves up by 6 against this tough Forester squad. We'll be right back in the second quarter with more basketball on FDN Sports. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Platte Arena. It's been a Bethel-sided game so far. They're up by 6, and the Foresters have really just struggled on offense so far, except for the one bright spot in Kendra Sheets.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, for Huntington, they're just 4 of 10 from the field, and you talk about Sheets having 2 of those made field goals. Problem, Jaden, the 5 turnovers. Huntington just could not get into their offense for a while. When they did, they also found open shooters, but 0 made threes in that first quarter, and that's something that has led this team over the last few years. This year, not as much with Bailey Kellum being out, but when you get those open looks, some of them have to go in a game like this.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about a team that's so front court heavy. They have such a strong front court, but they also make a lot of their buckets from beyond the arc with their talented shooters like Tegan Akers, Kendall Yoakum. Sheets is double teamed at the top, finds Akers on the corner. She'll drive in off a fake, loses it, but she fights for it and retains possession. I believe it will go to the Pilots, though.
There's another turnover. The problem with that is if Akers is in the game and she has an open look from 3 right away, you want her to shoot it, really, because you don't want her to dribble into this already tightly defended, painted area. That's what Bethel is doing right now. They're compacting it. They're shutting down the drives. So that shot has to go up by whoever is in the corner at that time.
A quick 3 from Jocelyn Marshall will sink to the bottom of the net. What a shot there from Marshall, the 5'9" freshman guard from Heritage Christian High School in New Palestine, Indiana. It's Shank on the left, working down the defender. Smaller, puts it up in a soft layup, hoping for a foul there, maybe even tip the ball right into the net, as Hannah Ruddle will take it the other way.
Shank's so good at backing down, using that footwork, and finding a spot as she finally has her first bucket. She had 2 turnovers in that first quarter. Coach Maggard sat her down for a bit, came back in for the second, made an impact right away.
Shank's such a talented scorer. She's up there in points per game as well. Tries to put it up over Merritt. It's tipped. It almost looked like Hartza was about to put it back up on her own basket, but she'll run the other way. The screen from Merritt. Merritt wide open down low, but maybe would have been picked off. Great hustle from Claywell to deflect it out of bounds.
Yeah, Hartza has not been getting many minutes as she got away with the travel there, it looked like. But Huntington does hold on to possession. So when Peyton's in here now, you think, man, even if she can knock in a little layup, a running layup, past a closing out defender, or knock in a 3, any single contribution you get from the bench today is just going to be massive in this game.
I couldn't agree more. Bethel has such a talented bench as well, so it'll be important to get the bench involved here, as rather than a foul, they'll call that out of bounds, and Bethel will take it. But I would say there was definitely a lot of contact on the take-up.
I think what Nelson needs to do a couple of these times is stay down on 2 feet, shot fake, get that defender in the air, then you're going to draw the contact, because they've kind of been all over her, readjust and trying to double pump a couple of times. That's not been really her money maker today.
Yeah, Nelson needs to stay a little planted. Nickerson off the hesitation. She'll take a nice, easy 15-footer, as now the Forcers will push it the other way. Sheets off the screen from Merritt. Wanted to dump it down low. She'll get it to Hartsoe. If anyone can make the pass to Merritt here, she wants it so bad. It's Sheets. Shank loses it off the cross-court pass, and it'll roll out of bounds.
Yeah, Huntington's just completely out of sorts, and now they're going to bring in Izzy Shepard, someone else maybe that can kind of flip this game on its head. She's a good defender. She can be a great shooter at times as well. And so right now, Huntington's just looking for someone to step up, because it has not been a pretty first 13 minutes of action.
I was just about to say, Shepard is one of those microwave players. She can heat up quick, and she won't slow down for a while. It's fast-paced action now. Sheets will slow it down a little bit. Shepard now, drive off the screen from Sheets. Kind of stuck in this corner here. Shank wide open from 3. It's no good. Bounces off the back, and they'll come down with it. Isabel Scales with the board.
Bethel's communication and transition defense has been second to none today.
And a dump down low. That'll definitely be a foul. Kind of bumped into her on the way up. Jasmine Smith comes down with the bucket and one.
All starts with not boxing out. That shot goes up. Merritt gets caught ball watching, and then it's an and one opportunity. Huntington again just struggling to grab the misses from the Pilots offense, and already 6 offensive rebounds. Huntington has 0 in this game.
Yeah, and normally that's where Huntington thrives, is under their own basket, grabbing boards. We've seen a lot of substitutions from them as well, and we know that they love to have their starters play a majority of their minutes, so it seems like they're just kind of all out of sorts for a little bit here. But maybe they'll get a chance to slow it down. Bethel doubles their points in the first half. Shepard wants to get it down to Raby and does. Raby goes for the reverse layup, and she's fouled on the way up. Almost got that one to fall.
Yeah, Huntington's going to have to keep getting the ball to her, even if she's not going to score, just bringing those 2 defenders, and that's what Bethel has done nearly every time now in the post. So that will open up shooters outside as well. And when Liv gets it, good things happen. It's the same for the men's team. When Cam Johnson has the ball, someone usually is open.
Yeah, I mean, those 2 players, not necessarily similar in stature, but similar in gravity. They just draw so much attention because they have the ability to score so exponentially. As, again, we'll see some more substitutions, and Isabel Scales will kick it into Ruddle. Ruddle, one of their premier bench players. She'll be a playmaker for them a lot of the times. The cross-court pass to a corner. Nickerson, no good. Hartsoe comes down with it. Sheets looking for somebody open. She'll work off a screen from Raby. Raby wanted it down low. Shepard, hesitation to the left, drive to the right, and definitely a lot of contact on the way up, at least on the hand, but they won't get a bucket or a foul there. Working on him, it's Ruddle. They'll pass it around at the top. Nickerson drives. Ruddle drives to the right on the smaller defender. She'll kick it back out to Claywell. Drived in, she's double teamed, but Yoakum will fade away a little bit. The shot is up and no good.
Good defense there. That's what Shepard can do. She's given up a little height, but she is a great on-ball defender. We saw that against Warfel from Taylor, the leading scorer in the country. She shut her out.
Shepard wide open in the corner. Thought about it. She'll find Hartsoe, pass fake, and tries to get it down to Raby, but maybe just wasn't the play there. It'll get picked off.
See, either Shepard or Hartsoe has to shoot that ball, or they need to keep moving it to the other side, because the entry pass came too late, but you're in there to shoot it, Hartsoe and Shepard. So one of them has to let that fly for this offense to keep having good possessions.
Yeah, both solid shooters and able to make that shot. They'll put up a tough bucket. Bethel bench wanted a foul. Hartsoe driving down, doesn't kick it over to Shepard, but at least she'll get a foul. I know Shepard really wanted that one. Maybe the dump down pass would have been a better outcome, but they'll get 2 shots.
Yeah, it's a good job by Peyton out and running. Huntington has had 0 success in transition because Bethel sprints back, and then you can hear their bench communicating to them. Coach Paulsgrove, he has done an amazing job. You look at when he first came here, Bethel was kind of down on the women's side, like 9-19 his first year, 6-22 in year 2. His heart so gets the first to go. 13-16 last year. And when you talk to Coach Maggard, she doesn't mean this in a negative way, but she said this is not the Bethel of the past. This is a good team. It's a quad 1 win, so it's very important to win it, but also Bethel is good, and they're playing for their rights to get into the national tournament as well.
Yeah, a lot on the stakes here tonight for this game. It's a huge game for the standings. Ruddle, she'll find Smith, who will kick it to the corner for Claywell. Claywell dumps it down low, and Addie gets caught with a reach-in.
Yep, no reason to do that there either, because Shank's a good, strong post defender. But anytime you reach around the body like that, you're going to get whistled, and she does there, and that starts with a good positioning by Scales inside.
Yeah, about to get called for 5. They'll somehow get it out. Smith gets it to Ruddle. They've got 5 minutes to play. Our next stoppage will be our media timeout. Claywell off to the right. Shepard, such a great on-ball defender, pokes it away. Drives to the other side. She'll slow it down, maybe take an extra step. Sheets wide open, 3, no good. As I was talking about how good of a defender Shepard is, she strips it. Ruddle dumps it down low to Smith, one of the best shooters in the country. She'll kick it back out to Ruddle. Drives, great ball handling here. Finds Smith wide open with a left-handed lay.
Smith just continues to show the ability to relocate. She got inside. She couldn't shoot it over a couple of defenders. Gets it back to the ball handler, and then good decision-making by Ruddle.
Yeah, that was unbelievable court vision for her to even know that Smith was open right there. Yoakum with a pull-up 3 from range, no good. They've got to get a better shot than that. Ruddle pushing it in transition and tries, there's that backdoor fake that we see so much online that every player hates. Thought about a backdoor fake, but that'll be the end. That'll be our second under 5 media timeout. We'll be right back with more basketball.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's washroom is ready to serve you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to second quarter action in Platte Arena. The Foresters down by 10 now. They were down by 6 coming into the second quarter, and they've had an even rougher stretch down this game.
Yeah, Huntington right now still just 5 of 16 from the field, 31.3% on the other side. The Pilots, 41%, so not shooting it extremely well, but the difference is all those offensive rebounds we talked about. 6 offensive rebounds. Huntington 8 turnovers already compared to Bethel's 5. So all those extra possessions right now is the difference on the scoreboard. If you're Huntington right now, try to cut it to 5 or 6 before the half. You're still in a fine spot.
Yeah, Shepard got a little caught up there. They'll dump it down low to Raby. Shepard was wide open in the corner and wanted it so bad, but Raby will go up and get fouled again. And she's just going to keep living on those free throws. You can't just shack her, because she will just drain those free throws. I mean, her last game alone, she bumped her percentage up from, I believe, 72 or 73% up to 77. So she's been such a good free throw shooter lately, and just staying calm and composed, she'll knock down the first.
Might have been a tough whistle on Smith. It looked like she got a lot of basketball there. And, of course, she's a great shot blocker at 6 foot from Ligonier, Indiana. But when Raby gets the ball inside, again, it makes the officials make calls and it makes the defenders make decisions. So maybe next time Smith doesn't play as aggressive and Liv can have one of those runs we saw last game.
Man, Shepard is an unbelievable on-ball defender. They won't call a foul, but they will call it out of bounds. Forsters will still receive ball. She strips it for the second or third time tonight. She's got such an eye for poking that ball away and just grabbing it.
Yeah, she had as many as 9 steals in a game that you did
I
against Ohio Christian.
I called it her debut game. I was unfortunately incorrect in that information, but her second game on the court, 26 points, 9 steals. So just an unbelievable defender. Shepard wants it again. Raby couldn't quite see her. Sheets with a 3, no good. And there's Bethel with another board. They're building a strong front court for the future. They've got a lot of tall forwards and centers who are going to make a big impact in the future. Driving in and puts up a tough right-handed lay. It's Justice Williams, a 7-point-per-game scorer.
Yeah, off the bench, and the first time she played well against Huntington. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. She can do a lot for them out of Elkhart, Indiana, went to Jimtown High School. She's a good player, and this is a young Bethel team with lots of success.
Sheets with a bad pass down low. It's picked off, and Bethel will get another free possession. Forsters maybe had something going for him there. Backing it down, it's Scales looking to get it to Nickerson. She will, and off the screen she'll put it up, but no good. Nickerson having a bit of a rough game. Normally one of the best shooters in the country. Shepard diving down low and just a little too hard.
It's a great cut. She could have gone to the corner, ran straight to the rim, just missed that one, but still Shepard's doing good things here. The results will come if she continues to make those good decisions.
Yeah, there's another on-ball deflection, almost got it away, and she's literally thrown to the ground by Ruddle. The shot is up by Scales. It's blocked by Shank. In transition, Raby unable to slow it down, hoping for another foul call, but no luck.
It's 2 straight wide open layups that the Foresters have missed, and trying to cut that lead to 5 or 6 like we talked about. If you're going to miss those shots, it's going to be really tough to overcome this deficit.
Yeah, just can't quite get a bucket. They have not been able to really get anything here. Shank almost picks it away there. They'll retain possession. Justice Williams with the ball, the 5'8" sophomore guard from Jimtown. They'll put up an easy bucket down low. Jasmine Smith, another 2 points. She's got 11 tonight and 4 boards. Kendra Sheets fakes to the screen, drives right. She's stopped. Great defense from Ruddle here. Raby backing down Smith. She'll put up a shot to the right and finally gets one to fall.
If you're Huntington here, stack 2 stops in a row, make 2 buckets, and you're still fine for as poorly as really you've played in the first half. And 10's still not too much to overcome, but you'd love to cut into this in this last minute.
Yeah, I mean, Raby, she has 1 field goal, and it was that, and she's the leading scorer, so they've really been running through her. Shank, the drive down low for Scales. Smith will put up an ill-advised, tough layup. Shank will come down with it. She's going a little too fast. Yoakum pump fake, finds Raby, almost loses it. And they're playing with their forwards and centers as guards here, it looks like. Sheets kicks it down low to Raby, and Smith is caught up trying to stop her. It'll be a foul, and Foresters will keep it.
So Huntington now gets 20 on the shot clock with the kick. So you can't really get 2 shots here, as you're going to see the kick by the defense here. That's always going to reset it to 20 if you're a Huntington fan. You wish they wouldn't have called it, so you had another layup. But right now you got to score and get 1 more stop.
Nelson puts up a tough one, no good, a little too hard, and now they've got 24 seconds to make something happen to put them up by more than double digits. Ruddle working on Shepard. You're really not going to get a lot of room with Shepard in front of you. Kicks to the corner. It's Scales. She'll drive. Spin move. Put up a bucket. And it's good with the foul from Raby. That's a great shot.
Yeah, and it's a good call, too, because Raby didn't let her land. Also got her on the arm. And as many uncontested and easy shots around the rim that Huntington has missed, Bethel has made every single one around there, and even the tough ones. So, again, if Huntington could just finish some of these shots, they'd be right in this game, but you're looking at a 13 to 10-point deficit at half.
They've got 2 seconds. 1, Sheets way downtown, and it's no good. We'll get a chance to... That'll bring us to halftime, and we'll get a chance to speak with Coach Darby Maggard about that first half here in right now.
All right, Coach, I know that was not the best half from you guys offensively. A couple too many turnovers, struggle from the field. How do you get back on track against this Bethel defense?
Well, Preston, I'm just not doing a great job of evidently getting my teams ready to play in the first half of the games because this is like the game number 4 probably in a row where we just decide that the first half of the game doesn't even matter, and it gets us down by 13 points. I don't know what our mindset was coming into this game, but that's probably some of the worst basketball I've seen from my team all year.
Bethel did a good job stopping you guys in transition and then making some good stops in the half court as well. What is the key to get the offense rolling in the second half for you guys?
You know what? I think we got to slow down. I think mentally we've got to just take what they're giving us. We're trying to make plays and throwing it to Bethel and they're doing a good job guarding, but we're just throwing it to them. And so at the end of the day, if they're gonna hawk the paint the way that they are, we've got to skip it, and we've got to be able to make a skip pass and catch a skip pass and then execute from there. We can't even do something simple, which is throw the ball across the floor.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you after the game. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right.
Always lovely to get a chance to speak with Coach Darby. We'll be right back after a short break with some more basketball action. It's halftime, and we'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Giants, roar back the lions. Stood tall in the face of the fires, made a living out of death defying. But my head is spinning, thought that I was winning, sinking more than swimming. Let me get on a minute, get my head back in it. 'Cause I hope inside survives and I just can't quit it. Yeah, 'cause I've had enough. Yeah, now I'm lacing up. Count down another round. Now I gotta
We're out here making
Hi, my name's Bob Cayley. I'm a real estate broker with RE/MAX Results in Indiana. I love helping people buy and sell real estate. And I have a buyer's guide and a seller's guide to help people with the process. I'm also a longtime supporter of Huntington University baseball. I love supporting them and rooting them on to victory. If you have any questions about buying or selling, you can contact me at 260-519-1724.
To me, Forester Camps is amazing.
To me, Forester's Camps is cool.
To me, Forester Camps is a great experience. I've always had just like a genuine interest for art, and our art teacher was like passing out flyers and stuff.
And I saw that my other friends were going to do it, so I got interested in it as well.
And this is my first college trip, so I didn't really know kind of what it's like to be in college.
College really isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Definitely go. There is a lot of really cool activities and opportunities you can get here.
Try to get yourself involved. Try to talk to other people who are like at the camp as well. Talk to like your hosts and stuff.
I mean, there's no reason not to go. I mean, you get out of school, you could come here.
It's really informative on how college actually is, and that the community here is really great. I'm Megan Hosteller. I'm the producer of the In the Beginning, Our Purpose event, and currently we are getting ready for Britt Nicole to come in and just have an intimate worship night with here at HU with all of our students. We're currently getting ready for the camera team to come in, as well as the lighting and everything like that. Our whole team has just put in a lot of effort and time into this event, and we're just really excited to see how it pays off.
One of the big goals for this project is from our community. We want to bring people into this worship night to come in and have a really great experience, to be impacted. We want people to come in and worship God, and ultimately the goal is about finding our purpose. A lot of people are trying to figure out, hey, what's my purpose? Where am I supposed to be going? What am I supposed to be doing the next 5-10 years? There's going to be a lot of change happening. So what am I supposed to be doing? So the goal of the event is to help people find that purpose through worshiping God, through asking the Holy Spirit to grant us wisdom in these moments, grant us wisdom this night as we sing praises to you, as we receive wisdom from you, as we receive your truth tonight, and ultimately come together in a corporate community to praise you together.
When I saw the name of this, actually the first time I saw it, I think was like on Instagram, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. In the beginning, our purpose, like this is truly why we were designed and created, was to worship God, you know? And so I love the name of it. I love that, you know, they had a heart and a vision to bring this to their school. And honestly, I've just been so excited, like leading up this whole month, just my spirit has felt really excited and stirred for what God is gonna do tonight. What's cool about it is it doesn't feel like it's about like one particular person. It just feels like, even the way it's set up, it just feels like this is about everyone and just coming together for one purpose.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
Hey, my name is Mark Flickinger. I'm with Jostens. I've been with this company for 25 years. Jostens has been around for 125 years. We champion culture. We create experiences that champion belonging, achievement, and pride. In the 1920s, Otto Josten, a jewelry repairman, tried something new. He started making rings to commemorate local students' most important achievement, high school graduation, and a cultural icon was born. Be sure to visit jostens.com for all your student recognition needs.
Back in Platt Arena, it is 33-20. The Pilots in front, showing you some live stats from that first half. And Jaden, you could feel the frustration coming through the microphone, the headset from Coach Darby Maggard. Her team just not very crisp offensively in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to disagree at all when you look at the stats. A team that normally shoots, both of these teams are in the top 5 in regards to their three-point percentage, and they're just 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. So they definitely had a rough stretch, 9 turnovers. That's definitely what killed them the most. They were able to grab a couple more thanks to Izzy Shepard's on-ball defense from the Pilots, but they just have not been able to shoot the ball very well. And as you mentioned, the Pilots aren't necessarily shooting incredible either, 42%. That's a good stat, but when you have so many more possessions, it's easier to get your percentage up that high.
Yeah, and the offensive rebounds, that's not going to show on this live graphic, but that was something that stuck out to me. The 6 offensive rebounds for Bethel. Huntington had 0, so with all those extra turnovers, offensive rebounds, Huntington really didn't have a chance to ever cut into that lead, because each time they would, maybe an and one or an offensive rebound for a second opportunity. And again, Huntington knocks in 0 threes, which is just so rare in that first half for him, Jaden, because a lot of them were wide open looks.
Yeah, I mean, especially for Kendall Yoakum, normally one of the best shooters in, frankly, I would say in the country. She was 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, but she just wasn't really getting to her spot when she was taking these shots. Normally, Nelson will get to that left corner right there and just make a couple pop-up threes and really set the spark aright for this team, and they just haven't been able to get any three-pointers to fall, which is such a big momentum changer for them. So they're really going to have to start making some of those and taking some of them when they're there, because we saw a couple times them hesitate and not take it when they should have, because Bethel is really pushing them into their strong interior defenders, and they've got to find a way around it.
And another thing, Jaden, got to give you credits for this. You text me who you wanted the players of the game to be.
Yeah.
Both of them are our leading scorers. Jasmine Smith with 11 and 4 rebounds in that first half. And then Liv Raby, she only attempted 3 field goals, but she has 7 points because she was 5 of 6 from the charity stripe, 2 rebounds. We talked about it. When she gets the ball, Huntington was getting good looks, free throws, or at least a chance at a layup for her, and they just got to keep feeding her inside, because good things will happen, and that's how they are going to cut into this lead.
Yeah, she's such a powerhouse down there. I mean, she is incredibly strong, and she does a great job of drawing fouls. She does a really good job of putting herself in a position that, okay, even if I don't make this bucket, I'll likely get smacked on the arm on the way up and get some free throws, and she's increased her percentage so much this season alone, but just she's been such a solid piece for this team, and they really just need to work the ball through her, just like how you said with Caden Johnson. They've got to work the ball down low. They've got to get easy open buckets.
So Bethel will start with the basketball. Our FDN sports crew doing an excellent job. We did have a couple of people in the chat in that first half. I want to say hello to Ryan Holzapple, who, of course, a former FDN color commentator alongside me for a couple of years. Also want to say hello to a couple of Pilots fans. Looks like Michael Williams checking in, watching Justice Williams, says go Pilots. And one more Pilot fan checking in, saying let's go Pilots. You guys can leave comments in the chat on YouTube. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're watching. Our all-student production, beside myself, is just knocking it out of the park again today. Great replays, great looks around the crowd, and hoping for a little better second half for the Foresters as well.
Yeah, I mean, down 13 going into the second half. They had a good bit of a couple opportunities to turn it around a little bit, at least in their favor, and they just kind of fumbled it. And as you heard, Darby is just more disappointed than she was mad. we'll see. She's had some legendary halftime speeches, so we'll see how this one works.
Yep, we'll see how this one goes. It wasn't a crisp half last week against Grace either, and they came out and kind of punched the Lancers right away. We'll see if the same response is here against the Pilots.
3 dribbles so far. There we go.
Yep, Sheets, who had the first 5 points of the night for HU, and now Raby, the leading scorer, with Akers, who's back in the lineup. Shank strong to the rim, and a nice move by her. The junior just keeps adding to her game. Going off the dribble has been so powerful for her the last few weeks.
Yep, I mean, Shank working her way into the top of the scoring charts for any team in the Crossroads League. Such a talented offensive player.
Claywell takes a rare 3. That is off the rim and rebounded by Shank, who's one of the best rebounders as well, now up to 5 on the day.
Yeah, she had 13 their last time out when they really needed it, so she can kick it up a notch when they need her.
Nelson looking to open up the lid. That one was way off and just hits the backboard. It's rebounded by Noe, who pushes it to Claywell. Claywell using that size against Sheets, resets, swings it out left side. Isabel Scales likes working with her back to the basket, falls, misses. Shank with her 6th rebound.
Almost got picked off from behind, but great rebounding from Shank to start off the second half.
Nelson and Sheets caught in the corner. They'll lay off her just a bit, trying to prove that she can make it, but throws it away again. Now the 10th turnover of the day. Claywell, deep positioning for Smith. Uses her footwork to step through high off the glass and score.
Yeah, Jasmine Smith is such a good scorer. I mean, she's just unbelievable around the rim. She is another player who draws so much gravity. The Forcers have been good at not overcommitting, but she's just been fighting right through it.
Now Smith now up to 13, leading all scorers today. They're going right back into Liv. This time deep position, falls away and gets the friendly roll. And those two kind of doing the same thing to one another. Getting deep in the paint, 2 feet set, and that leads to a couple easy buckets. It's been a great matchup inside. These teams haven't always been built through the post, but that's how Huntington has really had a lot of success this year.
Yeah, they've been calling some plays here these last couple of plays as well, but able to get a stop there.
This is where Shank is added to her game. She's rebounding. She is out and running off the dribble. Sheets. A good defense there by the Pilots as now Raby puts it on the floor and had it stripped away again, this time by Noe.
Noe's such a talented defender. She's got such a compact build. She has great control over her body.
Nice cut inside, blocked by Nelson. Huntington looking to get out and run again.
Off the block, just able to grab it.
Sheets, Shank, nice Euro around the defender. Noe tried doing the same thing, and that time Shank uses the body control. Score already 4 here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Shank is just such a good scorer. When they get her in the box score, they almost always succeed. So really good to see her. If she picks this up, is it not a travel?
It looked like it could have been, because I think she was the last to pass it, and then a 3 from Claywell is bricked, and Nelson has her 2nd straight rebound.
Man, Nelson is not normally a streaky player, but she's 1 for 7 tonight. We don't normally see her go on these cold streaks, but we'd love to see her turn it up a notch.
Nelson trying to use that footwork inside. Did keep that pivot foot down. Huntington will reset with just over 10 seconds. Raby, a rare 3, nearly banked it in. And then Bethel tapped it out of play, and it'll stick with the Foresters.
Raby's been more confident in taking that 3-point shot in these last couple of games. She took 1 last week, and she's taken 2 tonight. So I'd love to see her getting a little bit more range in her back, because that's going to help extend the floor even more, which is what they need in a tight game like this.
She's been 25% on the year. If she can even get that up to 30%, that boosts this offense a lot. They're feeding it to Shank right now, and that was another good chance, but it rims out and down for Smith as she now has 5 rebounds on the game.
Yeah, one of them heartbreaker buckets, couldn't get it to fall.
Bethel just continues to pound it inside. Smith again with the deep positioning. This time Raby rebounds and is fouled, and Huntington will have it back. This has kind of just been the spot they've been in, though, Jaden. They get it to 7 or 9.
Yeah.
It's been stuck at 10 for a while. You have to start stacking some stops with some makes, and they're still looking for that first make from 3.
Yeah, I mean, they are getting the stops, though, at least to start this second half out. So, I mean, as you mentioned, that's great. Love to see them getting more active on defense, but they just need to execute, and that works with Raby.
Nelson with a tough catch, swings it to Shank. Raby is fouled inside by Smith. And that is going to be the second on the Pilots. And Smith picks up her second as Coach Paulsgrove is trying to plead his case to Smith, and Smith does kind of smirk at him and say, maybe I did grab her a little bit. But it's been physical in there, and it's two of the best bigs in the league.
Yeah, they've even got another one on the bench just in case they need it with Will Height, so they've got a lot of talented bigs.
Raby right back in against the backup big this time, gets it to go plus the foul, and she goes right to work on Gaskins, and HU's cut it to 7.
And one for Raby. Jasmine Smith is a senior. She's got 3.5 really years on Lavraine Gaskins in terms of defensive just prowess. So Lavraine was a great defender in high school, but it doesn't always translate to defending talented players like Raby in her junior year, as she sinks the free throw as well.
It's been Raby and Shank here in the second half, live up to 12 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Huntington as close as they've been for some time, only down 6.
Gaskins almost lost it there. If Huntington can get another stop and another easy bucket, it could be incredible for the outcome of this game.
Williams to a cutter inside and right back at Huntington. It's Scales who beats Shank on the cut. Addie got her on the arm, and this Bethel team will just not go away.
Scales slowly working her way up the scoreboard. She's got 10 with that one, the opportunity to make it 11. She's 4 for 10 on the night. She's a good scorer. She shows it there. She's normally an 80% free throw shooter, so generally one of those people you don't want to get to the line.
Back to 9 as we creep up on our under 5 media timeout. 38-29. Huntington just can't get much closer, and then Raby is taken down hard on the back side of the play. And that's going to be a foul on...
Hi, my name's Bob Cayley. I'm a real estate broker with RE/MAX Results in Indiana. I love helping people buy and sell real estate. And I have a buyer's guide and a seller's guide to help people with the process. I'm also a longtime supporter of Huntington University baseball. I love supporting them and rooting them on to victory. If you have any questions about buying or selling, you can contact me at 260-519-1724.
Hey, my name is Mark Flickinger. I'm with Jostens. I've been with this company for 25 years. Jostens has been around for 125 years. We champion culture. We create experiences that champion belonging, achievement, and pride. In the 1920s, Otto Josten, a jewelry repairman, tried something new. He started making rings to commemorate local students' most important achievement, high school graduation, and a cultural icon was born. Be sure to visit jostens.com for all your student recognition needs.
Another important game for the Foresters here today, currently sitting pretty firmly in that 4 spot at 9-4. Marion and St. Francis tied at the top. St. Francis with the tiebreaker. Right now, Spring Arbor is currently beating IWU, so that would continue to give HU that separation between IWU and Huntington, but that's going to create more separation between Spring Arbor and Huntington if Huntington can't turn this one around. You see the rest of the league, Mount Vernon beating Grace right now, Marion beating Taylor, Bethel here against Huntington, St. Francis drilling Goshen. So it's been a great league, especially at the top, all the way 1 through 7, Jaden. Things are tight, and you see potentially 7 teams after today, 500 or better. That is just what the league has been time in and time out year after year.
Yeah, I mean, we talk so much about how tough the Crossroads League is in really any sport. Women's basketball, one of those premier ones where it's just such a tough conference, and everyone's fighting and scrapping for every last bit of victory.
Nelson has been quiet today, steps back, is strong on the 3, and now it's rebounded on the far side by Williams. And Coach Magger not happy with that set as they're looking for a cutting Yoakum right out of that timeout. Couldn't get it to her.
I mean, if she was hot right now, that would be a good shot, but she's just not really feeling it so far tonight. Shank, some great defense there, kept her arms right up, maybe bumped her hip out a little bit, but they'll get a stop there.
Nelson this time puts it on the floor, drives, still cannot get anything to go. This is one of the toughest offensive games we've seen from Monica this season.
Yeah, generally one of the most consistently productive members of this team, and just not having it tonight.
Williams working on Yoakum, falls from 10 feet and gets it to go. A couple of buckets off the bench for Justice.
Nelson may have also even gotten away with a reach in there, but we'll see if they can do something here. We'd love to get them closer than down by 11. They had a bit of a streak going there, but they've been slowed down.
Cheats trying to use the screen from Nelson. Raby being held inside. No, it's going to be a 3-second call. Huntington will stay down by 11 as Coach Maggard is looking to call a timeout. And she will, and it'll send us to a break. It's a 30-second timeout. 40-29, Foresters down on FDN Sports.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
.346 left in the third quarter. Coach Darby Maggard working on the officials a little bit there during that timeout. That is our floating timeout as well, so our last media will be the under 5 in the fourth quarter. Right now, Huntington, they kind of got back in the game. Jaden got it within 6, but right away, it's a 7-0 run right back at them by Bethel.
Yeah, I mean, they let up an and one. They've been giving them relatively easy buckets around the rim. They just can't seem to stop them. Even if they're playing physically, they'll pick up a foul, but then they'll just get made on anyways. So, I mean, they've got good defenders. They just really need to get a stop somehow. This has been a low-scoring affair. I mean, normally at this point we'd be in the mid-50s for this Huntington team. So we'll see if maybe Nelson can turn it around.
So Bethel back to work here offensively. Huntington falling into a little trap zone, trying to get some turnovers going as Ruddle will force a jump shot and knocks it in from the free throw line.
Ruddle, again, she had 6 years of high school level basketball play, so she's had a lot of time to hone her abilities, and that's just another good example of it.
Huntington trying to get back into this game before the third quarter runs out of time. Shank spins inside and scores. She's got 6 points here in the third quarter and has really found her rhythm offensively.
That's a wonderful soft little put up to just sink it right down a little bit and get those 2 points back.
Coach Paulsgrove yelling out instructions here as Huntington continues to switch defenses here. Yoakum strips it away, forces a turnover. Shank will push it across the timeline.
Great defense from Yoakum. As you mentioned, she's so long. She has such a reach around. She can just grab the ball really anywhere she wants.
Nelson still trying to get off that cold start here this afternoon. Raby just drops it, and it's another careless turnover for HU.
Yeah, I mean, they've had so many of them. They've really just got to, maybe we've got to get some chalk out here. I'm not sure, but that was something that Coach Darby brought up as well, as they weren't able to catch the pass a couple of times, and there it is again.
Left side, Williams looking for that mid-range jumper again. Ruddle is tied up by Shank, and it will stick with Bethel.
That was a quick, very, very fast jump ball right there. And
they reset the shot clock, but it should be 10 on the shot clock. It doesn't reset on a jump ball.
And
they're going to have to come check it.
Yeah,
the shot clock shouldn't reset on a jump ball. It should stay at 10 seconds.
And I think they're just going to play it.
Yeah, I think that's the wrong call, because if it were a kick ball, it would reset.
I'm having Preston speak to the refs right here, and I think they're going to set it to 10.
Yep, I think the refs are going to come look and see what that was, so we will send it to a short break. And when we come back, we'll tell you what the shot clock will be. Right now, Huntington down 11 on FDN Sports. So the refs came over here to review, and it looks like the shot clock's going to be at 10 seconds. And so it'll be
good catch.
Yeah, I know. I actually was talking out loud and saying that the shot clock should not reset on that because you don't reset it unless it's a kick because possession still stayed here. And so it has to be 10 seconds. It doesn't reset to 20. So a good catch by our crew there as well, as it's an 11-point lead still for the Pilots. Huntington got to start getting some stops here in this third quarter. Drive inside, Shank with the block, and now just 4 seconds left on the clock.
We've seen such good post defense from them in regards to blocking the shot, but they haven't really been able to simply affect shots and stop them from going up.
Ruddle quickly to Williams, who's off the mark. Shank had to dodge it and then just kept it in bounds.
Shank's such a talented rebounder. She's got a lot already tonight. That would be her 9th, I believe. She's 8 points, 9 boards. They're working a lot in this corner right here. They've run in a 5-out, which is also a bit unusual for them.
Huntington trying to make it single digits here before we head into the fourth quarter. Shank quick into Raby, but again, that backdoor defense by Smith is just so tough on Liv, and then these entry passes getting knocked away as Williams airballs it. Smith catches Raby, another rebound.
They've got to drive in instead of just kicking it down low because they've been able to stop that pass over and over.
Again, Bethel, great transition defense, stops the attack from Sheets, and now Huntington working with 1:15 left, and a foul is called inside. And it's going to be a hold in there on Jocelyn Marshall, who's working against the bigger Shank. They've let him be physical all day, so that's a tough whistle on Marshall. She's given up some size, but Shank has been the main culprit for the success on offense here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, now they're in the bonus, so she'll take 2. She'll miss the first, generally a pretty solid free throw shooter, 72% on the season. She'll miss the first and make the second to put them down by 10. And Izzy Shepard checks back in.
And doesn't this feel very similar, Jaden, to the first half where Huntington was in this spot, maybe 2 possessions left, trying to cut it to 5 or 6 before they head into the final 10 minutes. And right now it all starts on this end for HU and then hope that offense comes to life.
Yeah, they need a couple big stops. And that one will go out of bounds.
Yeah,
great defense from Yoakum.
And really, it was good defense, but Claywell, who's been so strong, kind of just dribbled that one out of play. And now Huntington can get those 2 possessions here if they go before the shot clock expires. And then maybe a 2-for-1 opportunity and grab some momentum in front of their home crowd.
I imagine they'll want to work it to Nelson and have her drive in. She's really good at that, but she's missed a lot of them. But no, they'll try and kick it down low to Raby and have it turn over.
Yeah, just so many passes like that today, and that's what Coach Maggard has been so frustrated with, just the carelessness on the entry passes after doing it so successfully against IWU on Wednesday night.
I mean, this Bethel team is a team that was watching their film. They know how the Foresters play, and they've been able to just completely stop them here, built a dam around them.
Sheets to Shepard. Izzy will drive right and is fouled on her way there as the clock just went out here in the arena, at least on one side.
Very interesting. Great hezzy by Shepard. She's such a quick and shifty player. She was able to immediately get the defender on the wrong side of her and get down low. She couldn't get the and one, but 2 free throws for Shepard are normally good.
First one is. The problem is there's no clock above Huntington's basket, so they're not going to know how much time is left unless they're looking up at the scoreboard. But the shot clock is also off. Shepard's first 2 points of the day makes it an 8-point game. Now 25 seconds left in the third quarter. They're going to have to fix that before the fourth, Jaden, because of shot clock purposes.
Yeah, the shot clock definitely one of the most important parts of college basketball.
Huntington can be aggressive here. They only have 1 team foul, so Shepard can try to go get this if she wants, because they're not really in the risk of sending them to the free throw line. Left side, 15-footer off the mark. Huntington doesn't see that time right there, and it's a little late for Nelson, and we will send it to a break. Huntington gets it within 8 when we come back, looking for a big-time comeback on FDN Sports.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. we still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Back in Platt Arena, and we might have a little bit of a break here till we get this fourth quarter going. It's 42-34, but the basket that the Foresters are going to currently has no lights on it, no scoreboard, no time, no shot clock currently, and because of that, we're having some people try to sort that out, but obviously very important in the college basketball world because you got to know what the shot clock is. So we might have a little bit of time chilling here. As you can see there, no lights on the Forester basket currently.
Yeah, I mean, Shepard just has superhuman Hulk-like strength, apparently. The layup was enough to completely blow out the electronics.
Yeah, so I don't think you can really start this back up until that gets sorted out.
Well, they disagree.
Yeah, well, the refs are waiting and they're discussing.
Okay.
Coach Maggard's wondering how long of a break, and maybe this break will be good for our team to reset offensively as we wait for this to get sorted out.
Yeah,
I can't believe no one noticed it other than us two.
Yeah.
I swear, right when it happened, Shepard got fouled, and immediately the clock went out, and the shot clock went out, and it's been out since then. But it almost looks like there's a dent up there on the shot clock. Jaden, are you seeing that to the right side there?
I think it's a light.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But either way, I mean, there goes the whole scoreboard.
Yeah.
So trying the tried and true, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Right.
So, I mean, again, there's the regular scoreboard, but no, it's still out. They had a guy under the scoreboard looking at it, but.
Yeah, it looks like that's Tim Averill, the softball coach here at Huntington University, turned electrician today, trying to sort out the issues. And
I can't imagine that it's a physical issue with, I mean, it could be an issue with the shot clock because it's the only thing not connecting to like the world clock.
Yeah, I'd have to wait and see what is going to go on here. It's an 8-point game. Take you through some live stats if we can throw that up on the screen while they try to get this sorted out. Talk about the game so far today. It's still an 8-point lead for the Pilots. This is how we have gotten here. 18 of 50 for the Pilots, 36%. They're 2 of 8 from 3, 25%. 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Huntington just 11 of 31, 0 of 9 from 3, 12 of 15, 80% from the line. But they have 7 more turnovers, 15 on the day. That's been a big issue for HU. And again, Jaden, they did cut it under 10 before the fourth quarter starts. But now a little momentum's being stalled out by some clock issues. But what does Huntington have to do to erase this 8-point lead heading into the fourth quarter?
Well, I mean, first of all, if you just look at the total shots, they have 19 less shot attempts than the Pilots. They just have not been able to really get a bucket up because they've either been turning over the ball or they're letting up second chance points for these Pilots because they're allowing them to grab several offensive rebounds. They've already got 8 on the night, whereas Foresters only have 1, and that's something that normally is tipped in the favor of the Foresters. So, frankly, they've got to take more shots, and they need to rebound them if they're not missed, if they are missed, and get some second chance points, because it's very unlike them to only have 1 offensive rebound going into the fourth quarter.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to send it to a break because we are not going to narrate this entire technical issue.
We can try.
And when we have an answer, we will come back, or if we hear something, we'll come back. Maybe play some trivia here on FDN Sports to move along the time. It's 42-34, 10 minutes left in our game. Right now, we've got a technical issue. We'll be back on FDN Sports.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's washroom is ready to serve you.
Hey, my name is Mark Flickinger. I'm with Jostens. I've been with this company for 25 years. Jostens has been around for 125 years. We champion culture. We create experiences that champion belonging, achievement, and pride. In the 1920s, Otto Josten, a jewelry repairman, tried something new. He started making rings to commemorate local students' most important achievement, high school graduation, and a cultural icon was born. Be sure to visit jostens.com for all your student recognition needs.
Bethel State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington.
All right, well, we're back in Platt Arena. The clock above the basket for the Foresters is still not working, but I guess we're going to do some mental math and see how much time's left on the shot clock for the Foresters here, as they've got an 8-point deficit to overcome. Nelson finally makes the first three of the afternoon for the Foresters, and it's a big shot for Annika, who was cold to start the day.
And I mean, you could literally, you said finally before the shot even went in, because you knew it was just money the moment she released it. That's a good shot, maybe a momentum changer.
Inside, nearly a turnover as Scales catches. She's had a couple of big and ones right after big buckets, and this time it's just a 2-pointer to make it a 7-point game. It does look like the clock is back to working as well, so good news for the Foresters and the rest of the fans watching in the gym as well.
Yeah, there we go. We get back to some action. Another three chucked up. No luck there for Shepard, though.
Merritt.
They've got to double-team Scales down low because she's just been killing them with some easy, like, basic footwork down there.
Yeah, 13 points now for Isabel today, as that one is thrown away, and it looks like it was last touched by Sheets, so it'll stick with the Pilots.
Yeah, Nickerson is definitely a shifty guard, but I would say she's probably better as a spot-up shooter than she is as an off-ball shooter.
Smith against Merritt. And now Claywell, who's been quiet. Scales looking for her second three, and again, 20% on the day coming in. She's got 2 makes from downtown.
Yeah, she played several sports. She played softball for 4 years at like one of the highest levels in the state. So she was a great just athlete overall, and showing that it translates a little bit there.
Back to a 10-point game right when Huntington cut it to 5. And now Shepard just throws it up. Great entry there to reset, get to a good angle, and Merritt's got an easy 2.
And Merritt might be a better play than Raby down there for that pass, just because she has so much. She's got 3 inches on Raby vertically, and it's going to translate when those passes are failing.
Play well, back to Nickerson, who's looking for one of those threes. Now she drives strong. Sheets knocked it away. And it's off of Kendra, and will stay with the Pilots. Great replay here.
The second possession where Sheets has just played some really good on-ball defense. She stopped Nickerson from getting anything, really, headed towards the basket.
Nickerson again, up top, and a handoff here as they're working to continue to pile onto their 8-point lead, and stepping out of bounds there was Nickerson. It didn't look like she was close to the sideline, but they said that left foot got down on the line. Huntington turns him over.
I thought it was going to be a charge maybe, just because she got a little bit like rough on trying to work around the screen, but that's an interesting call.
Good catch there by Nelson. That was not a great pass by Sheets.
She may have gotten away with a double dribble there on accident.
Shank spins to her right and got it over top, and the shot clock went out again.
Oh, Lord.
And now it's...
We've been hitting the gym, I'll tell you what.
47-41. I don't know what's going on.
They'll have to turn around to know how many seconds are left, and that's just kind of a smack upside the head for Scales there, as a foul will be called.
Yep, Shepard just trying to get through that screen, rip it away, got her on the arm. Scales okay, and it'll be 20 on the shot clock with 7:26 left. Huntington back down by 6. Play well, uses that footwork, now kicks it out. Scales against Shank. Nickerson, a 15-footer is way off, and Shank runs it down.
Yeah, if you look at the stat sheet, not necessarily her area of expertise, but they'll able to stop her there.
Shepard missed that one there with the floater, too strong, and she'll pick the ball up here as it's Noe bringing it up the court.
Yeah, floater's such a smooth shot that when you do it with a little too much aggression, you kind of have to be very, very precise with it, and no luck there.
Smith against Raby, looking for Claywell. Smith calls her own number, and Raby blocks the shot, but she's whistled for the foul.
Yeah, that is a controversial call in the gym here. That was all ball. I'm kind of agreeing with the fans here. I don't know if there was a foul.
It looked like a good block there by Raby, but the body was called, and now it's free throws for Smith, who is a good free throw shooter at 6 feet tall, 68%, and her first one's good.
Yeah, Smith, she's such a good player. She's second in the league in rebounds per game. You were talking about it in the pregame. She's 10th in blocks per game, so when she's down there, she's a force to be reckoned with, alongside a lot of these Huntington players that are up in that list as well.
It's a 1-for-2 trip. Huntington down 7. Sheets works off the screen, was looking for Raby, but it's good defense to cover it up again by the Pilots. Sheets will drive in, goes off glass. Raby rebounds, goes up strong, and now she has a trip to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Well, we've seen Sheets make some ridiculous layups like that. That one a little too quick on the way down, just couldn't really slow herself down. But, I mean, Raby's, they did exactly what I said they needed to do. They need to grab offensive boards and put it back up. That's what they did. And Raby's the one who did it, and she'll continue to hold the spot as the leading scorer for the Forsters.
Free throws need to keep going in for HU down the stretch. The first one for Liv does, as it's a 6-point game, 6:28 left. Liv trying to cut it to 5 again. And she does. So a good trip there by Liv as she continues to lead the Foresters in scoring with 15. And now Huntington's got to turn up the heat on defense.
The scoreboard was finally working again. It's kind of going in and out of commission, but definitely some sort of faulty wire. But she shuts it down again,
isn't it,
with that free throw.
And isn't the score, okay, it is now correct in the arena, 48-43. It's a 3 for Noe. It's long and airballed. Kept in bounds down there. Scales forces one up. And a 50-50 ball won by Bethel leads to the biggest play of the game, another 3-point opportunity for Scales.
I can't believe they kept that ball inbounds. I mean, from my angle, the coach was maybe blocking it a little bit. Looked like they could have stepped out of bounds, but unbelievable. Great hustle and a great bucket from someone who's just been killing them down low.
Scales finishes the 3-point play again. She has just been a thorn in the side of this Forester defense, leading the all scorers with 19 points.
Yeah, I mean, she's only 5'8", and she's putting up good strength and great numbers on people who are 6'1", 6'2". She's playing amazing right now.
Shank kept that pivot foot down, but again missed a shot. The scoreboard above the basket right now on HU's end is just having all sorts of issues as they just continue to play through it.
Yeah, we hope they can get it fixed before the men's game later. That's also a tremendously important game. So this one isn't over yet, though. Only down by 7.
Play well against the long Yoakum on defense. Now Justice Williams, 5 on the shot clock. It's Noe who will cut in, force up a tough shot, and somehow got it to go.
Man, they are just making tough bucket after tough bucket. I mean, they're hooping down there.
Anytime Huntington has had some sort of run, Bethel has put an end to it. Shank looking inside, and now Addie will dribble it into the paint, go back to her strong right. She missed that one, got her own miss, trying to put it up, forces it out. Sheets, Shepard along three. That's off the mark. Yoakum another O board.
Fans really, really angry right now. And finally something stops the play. That'll be our under 5 media timeout. We'll be right back after that foul on FDN Sports with some more basketball. Huntington down by 10.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
53-43, it's the Bethel Pilots in front of the Foresters here on FDN Sports. This is an important one for HU to win today, but right now it's looking a little gloom with only 4:40 left. Huntington has pulled it within 5 a couple of times, but this Bethel team, man, they are so solid, and they did just take a top 10 team in the country, St. Francis, to overtime on Wednesday night. They're showing that same fight today. Every time Huntington's had some sort of response, they come back with a stronger one to extend this lead.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. They are just shutting down everything that the Foresters are trying to do. Foresters have been able to grab some offensive boards, but overall, not much going their way. But Annika Nelson is one thing that has been in this fourth quarter. That's her second 3 of the quarter.
She's the only one to make a 3 for the Foresters today. She had a really tough first 3 quarters, but starting to find that range from deep here in the fourth. Smith to Noe. Finds Claywell in the corner against Kendall Yoakum. Claywell tried backing it down. Sheets almost had a steal. Williams able to keep the possession. Again inside. Scales got to her spot, missed it that time.
Scales, I think Akers just maybe affected her shot in the slightest, tiniest bit, and it was able to be a complete game changer.
Raby rebounds and scores inside, and again, Huntington back within 5 with less than 4 minutes left in Platt Arena.
Yeah, great hustle from Raby. She's done it the past couple of attempts, and coach decides he needs a timeout.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just keep it here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. 53-48. Huntington is down by 5, and man, Jaden, this is one of those runs right now where Huntington has gotten to this point, and then it feels like Scales comes down and hits a big shot. You wonder in this huddle right now for HU, is there a different plan defensively to come down here, get a stop, rebound it, and continue to push the momentum in their direction?
Yeah, I mean, Scales is a 5'8" guard. She's from Caston High School. She's averaging career highs in almost every single statistical category. She's been a great player. She's been instrumental for them tonight, and they've got to find a way to stop her. I think that comes from double teaming her down low, if it really comes to that, because they're not necessarily a three-point shooting team. They've shot well from beyond the arc, at least better than the Foresters have this game, but I think you can force an open 3 rather than give Scales another shot down low where she's just killing them.
5-point game. Huntington coming back into this 1-3-1 trap zone that we've seen be successful this year. They're doubling Williams, but cutting in Noe. Scales catches and takes it outside. Claywell and the Pilots a little out of sorts. Cut inside Scales, and Nelson was late there and bumped her for a foul.
Yeah, and I think honestly you'd rather the foul than the bucket there. I mean, that's a good stop for the Foresters. The foul means less to you on Nelson, that's only her first foul of the game. So really in the long run that means nothing, and they get a stoppage of momentum there.
Huntington trying to defend on the inbounds pass. It's Scales against Akers. Scales again when they needed it the most. She's got 21 on the day.
Yeah, she's just unconscious from down there. I mean, they just cannot stop her.
Akers, who's back in there doing a good job defensively. Nelson puts it on the floor. Teagan has it back. She'll drive in, toss it away for a moment. Raby recollects and scores, and it's a 5-point game again.
Raby back and forth. That's her 5th of 7 attempts, and now she's got 18, excuse me, showing up when they need her the most. She's been detrimental to the defense for Bethel in this 4th quarter.
Claywell looking for Nickerson. Smith is posting inside. Claywell takes a 10-footer. Looks like she was fouled. Then Smith shot it out of play. They'll say it was blocked.
Yeah, I believe Kendra Sheets actually blocked that one. I believe her first block of the season.
You almost wonder if Coach Maggard wants to look at that one for a moment, see if that hand pushed it out from Bethel, but she will not with 7 on the shot clock.
They really want to get it to Scales down here, but now they've got the bigger shank on her, which I think is a great call.
Claywell hits a 3, and somehow, some way, a couple of 25% three-point shooters have hit daggers against Huntington today.
Yeah, they just have had everything going their way for them tonight. They've been able to grab boards. They've been able to make shots that maybe most people wouldn't have, so they're playing great.
Foul inside again, and that's going to be the 4th on Bethel. And so now free throws the rest of the way for HU after any defensive foul on the Pilots.
Yeah, Smith picks up her 3rd now, only a couple more before her presence is no longer allowed in the game, so they've got to keep her in these last 2 minutes.
Annika trying to get inside, uses a strong move to get there, back to a 2-possession game.
It's a good bucket. They're down by 4 now. This is the closest they've been in so long, and they really want to keep their streak high at home. They're 11-1 on the season here, so Platte Arena's been their spot. We'll see if they can get it back.
Bethel has had a punch to throw each and every time they've been in this spot, trying to now send the knockout blow, and Coach Paulsgrove wants a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, but we'll go ahead and take it with them. Our last of the day on FDN Sports. Huntington down 6 with 1:38 left.
Hey, my name is Mark Flickinger. I'm with Jostens. I've been with this company for 25 years. Jostens has been around for 125 years. We champion culture. We create experiences that champion belonging, achievement, and pride. In the 1920s, Otto Josten, a jewelry repairman, tried something new. He started making rings to commemorate local students' most important achievement, high school graduation, and a cultural icon was born. Be sure to visit jostens.com for all your student recognition needs.
Back in Platte Arena, it is a 6-point game, 58-52 here on FDN Sports. Our YouTube stream and our crew doing an excellent job. Of course, not much time left, but if you still want to, hop on there and type where you're watching from or where you've been watching from. You can leave a comment in the YouTube section. Stick around and watch the men's game as well as Noe goes strong to the rim. It looks like Nelson could have been called for a foul, but they say play on, and now Huntington has a chance to make it a 1-possession game with a 3.
Yeah, you've talked about how guilty the taller parties look when they swing down, and there's another example of it, but no call.
Yep, Shank uses that strength inside. Now just a 4-point game, 1:10 left. Huntington needs some stops and scores.
This is the most crucial time. It's crunch time, as they call it. That pass is almost picked off. Great defense and a jump ball.
Yeah, it will stick with Bethel, though. And it'll be 18 on the shot clock as Huntington has to get another stop.
The jump balls have stuck with Bethel all 3 times that they've been called this game.
Next one would give Huntington possession. Nickerson running off some screens. Nelson has the steal. Yoakum to Sheets. Chance now to make it a 2- or 1-point game.
Great defense in crunch time from Nelson there.
Up top, Raby catches and scores, and it's a 2-point game.
Raby is so dominant, and Paulsgrove decides he needs another one.
58-56, it's a full timeout. I guess we will use another break on FDN Sports. Liv Raby right at the rim makes it a 2-point game, less than a minute to go. Back here in Platt Arena, 58-56 with 48.9 seconds left. A couple of the, and now Darby Maggard's arguing right now, and they're asking about the shot clock situation because, so what she's arguing is we're up at IWU on Wednesday night, and we're just talking about this. You can advance the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can advance the ball, and at IWU what happened was the ref said the shot clock actually goes to 20 since it's just a possession in the front court, but today they're keeping it at 30, but now that foul will reset it to 20. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's very confusing.
Through a series of events, she gets what she was hoping for, but it's interesting how sometimes the rulings can be subjective.
Yeah, now Noe goes to the free throw line. That's a really questionable decision there by Nelson as the first one is in to make it a three-point game. They had enough time to just play defense and then get a rebound. So I'm not sure what Nelson was thinking. They weren't told to foul because right away Coach Maggard's looking at Nelson asking, what are you doing there?
Yeah, I mean, there's 46 seconds left. And, oh my goodness.
Jump ball will go to HU, and it is going to be possession Foresters.
I believe they tried to call a timeout and they'll get it. But yeah, I mean, it's not a, there's not really a question on the floor. It was a jump ball before it was a timeout. The timeout was never called. It'll just continue to be played.
And now Coach Maggard calls a timeout and will advance the ball to half court. And with 42.6 seconds left, Huntington will have an opportunity to make it a one-point game or shoot a three-point shot to tie the game. We'll keep it right here as you see this last replay. That's why that last jump ball that actually gave possession to Bethel is so big, Jane, because now the biggest one of the day, as you talked about, it's all gone to Bethel, but that last tie-up creates opportunity now for HU to tie the game with a three.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this team has so many premier three-point shooters. You could really give it to almost anyone on the court. You could give it to, really, you could give it to anyone. You could give it to Sheets even. She's really improved her three-point percentage over the season alone, but just career-wise in general. Shank is also known as a pretty premier three-point shooter. And then obviously there's the obvious answers like Kendall Yoakum and Annika Nelson, some of the best three-point shooters in the league. They've got an opportunity to save their home record from being slightly diminished and really increase their odds of hosting a national tournament game.
Huntington has a chance here to tie it with a three, make it a one-point game with a two. 40 seconds left. Skip past Yoakum is open to tie it. It's off the mark. Nelson rebound is bumped on her way to the rim, gets it back again, and now has two free throws to make it a two or 1 point game.
She somehow grabs two rebounds there over players of similar size, and she's able to get free throws. I mean, that's great hustle from Nelson. Bit of a heartbreaker that she didn't make the first layup, and also she'll miss that first free throw.
Nelson has scored a little bit here today, but it's all came in the fourth quarter as she does knock in the second to make it a 2 point game. There is just a 1.6 second difference between the shot clock and game clock, so Huntington will have to go for a steal or foul.
Yeah, as you can see, every player on the court is on the opposite side of where they should be. They're playing a great press, but Sheets gets caught up and she'll foul.
Noe will be able to head to the free throw line. She will get two. It's always two after you hit the bonus in the women's game, and Noe, who was 1 of 2 last time, has a chance for 2 more here.
Yeah, if she hits both, the game is pretty much sealed in favor of Bethel. They'll have a 2-possession game with only 27 seconds left on the clock. Noe is 71% free throw shooter. In high school, almost an 80% shooter. She'll make the first one. And one of the most important, heart-racing, leg-shaking, lips quivering free throws of the season here.
That one is rattled in, and now Coach Maggard uses her last timeout. Excuse me, she does have one more after this to advance the ball to the half court. Just a 30-second timeout again, and we'll keep it here. So Coach Maggard You got to think, Jaden, at some point, if you're going to keep fouling Bethel, which you have to, unless you're going to get a steal,
right?
You have to make a 3 at some point down the stretch. You're going to have to gamble like this, as Sheets tried to do. Something has to go your way, whether you make a 3 or Bethel starts missing free throws, turnovers, something like that to flip this game around.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you're going to get anyone there for this Bethel team, if you're going to get them to the free throw line, you've just got to make sure it's not Jocelyn Marshall or another great player, Jasmine Smith. So they've really got to hit a 3, and I think that's going to come from Nelson. She's had the hot hand in the fourth quarter. Yoakum has struggled from beyond the arc. She's 0 for 4 from the field and the arc simultaneously. I think it's going to have to be Nelson or Shank that's going to have to hit the dagger here.
It'll be sent in by Nelson. Raby to Sheets. They're looking for Shank right away, but they didn't get it into her. And now Addie backs down, falls, can't hit. It's rebounded by Smith. And now HU has to foul, and it'll be Noe who they grab again.
Shank was mad about not getting the ball initially and then just had tunnel vision. Didn't see the wide open Raby who could go for a nice falling in layup. And now they've got 15 with 1 timeout, and they're down by 4 with an opportunity to maybe be down by 6.
Noe, who has been at the line for 6 straight trips, knocks in another one. And really a chance to start putting this one to bed with another make and to make it a 6-point game. That one's off the mark. Rebounded Shank, and again, Coach Magger going to call a timeout, push the ball up. This one isn't completely dead yet. Need a 3 and a steal. It is a full timeout. I think we need a break, so we'll go ahead and take one. 62-57. Huntington needs a little magic when we come back.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's washroom is ready to serve you.
(62-57). Huntington down by 5 here with 14.6 seconds left. This is where, Jaden, they're going to need one of those 3s and then a steal and a quick bucket to tie it up. We'll see what Coach Magger drew up. Sheets just has to get it in now, and it's going to be a 5-second call, and the Foresters won't even get an opportunity on that possession.
Yeah, I think it's, I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, but relatively safe to assume that that will be the deciding factor in this one.
And you know, when you're getting close to 5, you at least just got to throw it in to see what happens. Huntington did not do so. Bethel does get it in. Nickerson is doubled and fouled, and now she can go to the line and continue to add on to this lead with 13 seconds left in Platt Arena for the Pilots.
Yeah, Nickerson is 32 for 34 from the free throw line on the season. She's shooting 94%. One of the better shooters in the country, just everywhere from the floor. She herself had a rough game tonight. She's 1 for 7. But I think the free throw form is normally the one that sticks with you. She'll make the first.
She's pretty much automatic when she gets to the charity stripe.
Wow.
Right on cue.
There's
Gets that one to go.
Yep, there's the commentator curse.
And now 6 points, less than 10 seconds. Sheets carves in, missed one right at the rim. That's kind of been the story for HU today as Raby puts it back. But now with just 3 seconds left, it is a 4-point game. Coach Paulsgrove will bring it up past the half court. And because it's the last timeout, it's just a 30-second timeout. Huntington's going to come up empty here today. So unfortunate for them, but not the end of the world. They will have some other really good chances against St. Francis and Marion down the stretch, but this is really one Huntington wanted to get here at home. Jaden, it just didn't go their way this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, it's this is definitely one of those games that was kind of like a must-win, but they've got a few more coming up. They've got next up on the schedule Goshen and then Taylor. So they've got a couple more conference games right before playing St. Francis and Marion. So they've got an opportunity to prove themselves a little bit more later on. Goshen and Taylor, they're hoping to win on away.
It's thrown in. Scales is fouled with 2.1 seconds left. The good news is this is still a quad 1 game, so it won't be a quad 1 win for Huntington, but it's not a bad loss. It looks worse on your RPI when you lose at home because those count as a little extra. But this is a massive win for Bethel and their hopes for making the national tournament, because this is a quad 1 win and it boosts their RPI because it's on the road. So really important for Coach Paulsgrove, who has turned this program around. They continue to climb.
Yeah, I mean, they just played well. They identified holes in the Huntington defense, and they were able to just completely take advantage of it, and Bethel will walk away with the win. I mean, it's simple as that. They played solid basketball throughout the entire game, and I mean, of course, Scales was a massive part of that. She had 22 tonight with 4 boards, shot a little under 50% from the field, and just sunk both of those threes that she did attempt early on.
Well, Huntington moves to 17-7 on the year, 9-5 in the conference. It looks like they'll stay in 4th. IWU and Spring Arbor in overtime, so good games all around the league today. We're going to keep it short here in the post game. Our FDN sports crew did an excellent job as always in all student production outside of myself. Foresters fall, but they are back in action on Wednesday night, where they will go to Goshen and take on the Maple Leafs.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure that was right, Jaden.
Yeah.
So for Preston Husband, Jaden Woods, the rest of our FDN sports crew, we ask you to stick around for the men's game. The number 10 Bethel Pilots in town and in Platte Arena taking on the Foresters. Up next. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time.